always missed by like one note. How's it going, everybody? Happy Saturday. Have not done a lot of Saturday streams, have I? No, I have not. But it ain't normal times. Hello, knock, knock. Open the door. How's it going, everybody? Piston's here, and Brian Whiskers is here. Somebody said finally caught you live. Brian, thank you for being here. So glad you could finally catch us live. Man, I just woke up. Had to have a little nap. Had to have a little nap of poo. Had a long night last night. How's it going? The whole Saturday stream business. I've been missing all the weekday streams due to being employed at an essential business. Well, good for you, Jordan. I'm glad at least you're employed, my brother. And I'm sorry you missed us, but here we are. Lapeer, Michigan. Ooh, where's that? Where's that, Dave? Is that up north? I have to work. Yeah, I had to work. You know, right now there's not a lot of work. It's not a normal amount of work that we're doing, but you know, I still work at the hospital in town that does all the big bad stuff that nobody wants to do. So I spent last night doing essential surgeries, mostly limb saving surgeries. We were doing some infected hand that needed to be cleaned up. We were doing some vascular surgery where people had legs that weren't getting enough blood for different reasons. They did a big neck cancer surgery. But there's only a few of us working at a time. So like I probably won't work again for a week. So how's it going? Blade's here. Man, we're so close. Blade is working so hard, and he is so close to having a Nightbot that updates with a calendar. Proud of him. He's a stud. JD, I want to know what is what I should 3D print mask parts, etc. that would help with the Rona. Well, JD, probably honest for me, and not that you can send it to me or anything, but the masks is the thing that right now we are low on. So those N95 masks, and Thingiverse has one, and I was looking at it last night. I was looking at printing it last night. I shouldn't say Thingiverse has one. Copper 3D, which I guess makes the filament. The trick with those N95 masks is you have to have this like electrostatic barrier. It's not just like a physical barrier where the mesh holes are so small the virus can't get through. It's not that. It's an electrostatic kind of a barrier. So this N95 mask you can print needs to be printed with special filament that's got metal in it. Man, my computer is struggling. I wonder why. Maybe it's Thingiverse that's struggling. Is it that way with everything? No, Facebook works. Bruno's been working on a lot of stuff too. Must be Thingiverse that's unavailable. No, it's Thingiverse. Okay. Well, anywho, it depends where you are. Hey, DK from Italy, how are you, my friend? Feel for you. So somebody's doing something fun. Here's a fun thing to talk about for a minute. We're gonna skip Thingiverse. A neighbor of mine is big into Christmas lights, but he does old-fashioned Christmas lights, like, with bulbs and 120 volts. And he didn't really need an excuse, but he found an excuse to put up his Christmas lights. And he made a Facebook post, and he said, I read something where people are trying to, just lift other people's spirits and remind them of happy times. And so they're putting up their Christmas lights and turning them on, and they're going to keep them on until this thing kind of passes. And so he posted that, and I was like, heck yeah. So I turned my lights on last night on the house, and he was actually doing Italy flag colors on his bushes, and in honor of the poor folks suffering in Italy. So I think that's pretty cool, right? And we're Christmas light kind of people. We got Christmas lights, so fire them up, boys and girls. Fire up those Christmas lights. Pretty fun. Hello from Italy. 2 weeks into the quarantine, starting to feel sick. Dog nabbit. Uh-oh, Leon. Take care of yourself, brother. Piston Broke's been on for a few days, so I'm probably late to this. I'm probably late to this party of that. At your brother's now. Next time with Portainer. Okay. Cool, Renee. Thank you. So did you guys see my video I posted this morning? If you didn't, that's okay. It's not my best work. One of the things, it was fun. The part about Mrs. Z's, where somebody said it was the best deep fake ever. That was my purpose. I was trying to do a good deep fake. Anyways, that part was fun. But I really thought I was tracking what that vacuum was communicating, but apparently I was not. Apparently I did the WireGuard thing pretty wrong, and it wasn't really tracking anything. So I need to kind of redo it again. And there's been several people who have kind of pointed me in the direction. That's what this is about. So this was one thing that somebody was telling me about. Ron, I think it was. So I'm going to do something. I don't know if we'll do it right now. Maybe we can do a little bit of getting started stuff, but I want to work on that. I want to get it right. I want to make sure that, we can get the right information out. I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. It's one of the liberating things about the way I do all this is I don't try and pretend that I know things I don't know. So when I'm wrong, it's no big deal. But I want to do it right. I want to learn how to do it right, and I'm sure a lot of us would. This is an important thing, like being able to sniff the network traffic in your house and know what devices are communicating what to where. That's important stuff for us, right? Very important stuff for us. See you, Renee. Hey, Peter's here from Slovakia again. Laughed out loud with the Mary Poppins thing. It was fun. That was a lot of fun. She laughed out loud. I said, as soon as I got up this morning, I was like, "Oh, honey, you got to watch my video. Did you see it?" And I sat down next to her, and she watched it. A Hunger Games map. You did? Oh, just now? Oh, yes, you did. Is that the districts? Is that how we're dividing up the districts? So we're in, man, we got 3 districts in our state. Am I setting up WeWX? Maybe, Mark. Do you know how to do it? Minecraft? Does it say Minecraft? Somebody playing Minecraft? I tried Wireshark for something like that and didn't get anywhere either. Did I get VLAN working? I don't know. Probably. Oh, you were guessing. Oh. Hey, from Denmark, how's it going? Yeah, so one of the guys said what you do is get a Raspberry Pi, and I guess you use this, and maybe Mark can tell us more about it. But I guess you use this, and then the Pi sets up a Wi-Fi network, and you let the vacuum cleaner or whatever device attached to that Wi-Fi network, and then this will monitor all the traffic as it goes out, I guess. So the Pi kind of sounds like kind of works like a router. I was kind of surprised that my Dream Machine, and in fact, let's look at it again. I still think though that it's not doing very much, if anything, because the Dream Machine, which is on here somewhere. Top, there it is. The Dream Machine isn't reporting much as far as traffic. Yeah, I haven't done oh, that's what you mean by that, Ray. I'm sorry. Yes, the IoT network stuff. I haven't done that yet. Oh, look at that. We got way too many devices. No, it's red. It's red. But this I thought would be pretty reliable because this has that deep packet inspection. Does WeMix decode HTTPS? I don't know. Probably not, William. What do you think? You think it would? I can't say I know much about it. Let's find Mary. I love that in this in the Unify interface here, you can put little icons, little pictures on the devices, and it's really easy to change the name of the device and put an icon on it, so it makes it easier to find stuff like Mary Robot Vacuum, which prior to me doing that just was listing nothing but an IP or not, an IP address and then a name that looked like the MAC address here as well. Let's look at the deep packet inspection again. Yeah, now look at that. Look at that, 128 gigabytes. So maybe it has been doing some work. Oh dear. Oh dear. And it's all unknown traffic. And even the file transfer stuff has gone up quite a bit. So, well, maybe we'll have to do some better hacking of our internet stuff. Let's see. What does Leland say? Deployed a Dream Machine and didn't like it. Prefer pfSense. All right. I haven't tried pfSense. I cannot switch routers again. pfSense is just like an extra little box that you add on to filter things, right? I'll deploy a pfSense box and unify APs with some sort of managed switch for VLAN use. That's all your bank details sent to China. I told everybody, yeah, this vacuum's great. It's not doing anything. Look at this. No traffic at all. Oh, that's a lot of traffic. Oh, well, that's what happens. The radio is banging in Scotland tonight. What's that? What's going on? Hey, Seamus, how's it going? What radio? Are they rocking out in Scotland tonight? That sounds like fun. Software that turns a computer into a router. That's what pfSense is. They're laughing at the pictures now. pfSense is a great firewall. Maybe we should do a pfSense. We've got lots of amazing tunes on the radio. Nice. Well, enjoy it, my brother. Have fun. Have fun. Enjoy life. That's what we're here for. We are that we might have joy. Ready them to port it to a Pi. Oh, okay. I remember there was a pfSense. There was a box. In fact, the people who made this thing, it was like a pfSense box. Basically, you just plugged it into your network somehow. Somebody asked me, it's probably been over a year ago. They said, hey, can we send you one of these to review? And I said, heck yeah, that sounds awesome. Never saw it. Still hasn't come. That's okay. It's not like I need things to do. Open. Oh. Are most people here running separate WAP and firewall or combined routers? What do you guys say? Brendan's asking. Are most of us running separate WAP and firewall or combined routers? Can't even say for sure I know what that means. You're now getting the hand of Lovelace. Fantastic. Funny story. Your hair's beautiful. What are you up to? Just doing nothing. Gonna do some. I just kissed your teeth. Wireless access point. I guess I'm doing the same. I'm doing combined, I guess. My router and I guess I have one separate wireless access point. I don't know. You guys would have to look at my setup and tell me what I'm doing because I don't even know. On a Chinese mini PC with 2 networks. Separate pfSense with Unify APs. Try clicking on the plus next to this statistics and then look at the historical data to look when the traffic is happening. Okay. Let's see. It's over here. Plus. Where is it? Oh, statistics plus here. Let's see when it's happening. Show historical data. Oh, haha. Let's see here. Wi-Fi user experience, traffic. This is cool. Packets, Wi-Fi transmit attempts, retries, rate, signal. So it's going to be packets. And this is the dates, 17th, 19th, 21st, 15th. So on the 15th, it was sending a bunch of stuff, huh? Sending and receiving. Purple is transmitted, so it's sending 400,000 packets. That was the day I was running around the house naked. Smash that like, guys, says Seamus. Thank you, sir. Hey, Dr. Z's, I love the videos. I have pfSense, Pi-hole, and Home Assistant all running on VMs on my new Dell, or new to me, Dell 710. Have to say big thanks to your videos. Helped me a lot. I'm glad, little geek. I'm glad to have helped, my brother. pfSense box with Intel 4 NIC, WAN, LAN, and IoT. Golly. So you guys are mostly like network geniuses, network masters. I am not. My eyes. Which parts? What's hurting your eyes so bad, Jim? Gosh, I want to tell you a funny story too. You could also apply a tap to a port, but you would need the hardware. Okay. So a funny story. Want to hear a funny story? You guys know Ludius? Ludius is master of the Home Assistant community store and many other things in Home Assistant. He's a genius. He's a super nice guy. And he saw my, I think when we were talking about resources and Lovelace a couple days ago, and he saw my list of resources. And so he sent me a message in Discord. He goes, hey, I'm working on something. And I saw that your list of resources, he said, was a little messy. And so he goes, would you send me this file? Told me which file he wants so I can look at it and, kind of try and make some adjustments in probably, I guess, Home Assistant Community Store. I'm not sure, Lovelace, something like that about, probably the way that they manage the resources for Lovelace. And I said, heck yeah, because I don't get to help with actual development very much because I don't know how to do it. So I was happy. I was like, yeah, you're going to use something of mine to try and find problems and fix things. That's great, So I sent it to him, and then his responses back to me were classic. It was hysterical. I was crying, laughing because of what he told me. And it was basically along the lines of, this is the worst I've ever seen. And wow, if I can make this work, then I'm sure all the edge cases would be covered. Like, wow, I cannot imagine anything more terrible than what you have here. And I'm amazed it actually works at all. So we had a good laugh about that. So yeah, that vacuum using 10% of your total bandwidth cap. Yeah, what the heck, right? Yeah, I was way wrong on that vacuum thing. Way wrong. He's pretty blunt. It's funny. I love it. You can say that kind of stuff to me. It was great. He laughed with me. It was funny. Yeah, that is bad, isn't it? That is bad. If you go to I guess, I wonder if I can sort clients by how much activity. This is like current activity, right? Like right now activity. That's not really going to help us. Is that? Maybe it is. Yeah, because this is the whole network. And that's the other thing. Is it? Well, I guess I don't know if it's because it's not just what's communicating out, right? This also is showing things that are communicating inside the network to each other. So it's not all going, data out, unless I'm misunderstanding something. I think some of it is just what's going on inside. Yeah, if it was LAN or WAN traffic. And I guess it didn't really show us, did it? You can see that, everybody's streaming like mad these days. Everybody's streaming like crazy around here. Is the vacuum integrated into Home Assistant? No. It doesn't even have, well, I guess it probably has an Amazon Echo skill, but it's got in the app it says like third-party controls or something, but it doesn't include Google and Amazon. It's like this other funky, rare app or something. Let's go back to Mary. The kids really do love Mary, and Janice too. that review that she did was honest and unprepared. I just walked up to her with the camera. She goes, "What are you doing?" And I turned it on and started asking her questions. And she's like, "Well, you can't do this. What are you doing? You're not going to show this." That was so fun. I loved, I don't like doing those review videos. It's always tempting when somebody offers something that's expensive or good, potentially. It's always hard to say no. And I don't like doing them just for the sake of making a commercial. But I certainly like taking something like that and making it fun, making it something where we can smile and laugh about it. So that was a success. That was a success. Watching from Belgium. Welcome, Mike. Whoop. Hope all feel well here. We think we're doing pretty good. Somebody up there in Italy was saying he was feeling a little sick after a couple weeks of quarantine, but I think for the most part we're doing good. How are you doing? My home heating control device shows 533 gigabytes downloaded in my UDM. I don't know whether to trust the UDM DPI screens as it's been put on my IoT LAN and a 1 megabit per second data rate. Yeah, I wonder what's up, Mark. Let's see what some of these guys that are more expert than me know. What's inside the daily drop down? Is there a daily drop down? Where's the daily drop down? Oh, this is in this time period. Okay, daily. Oh, I guess I could change that. Oh, there's hourly. So midnight. Oh, wait, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on the 16th. That could have been the day that I did some filming. Like I fired it up and did some filming. Choose 5 minutes. Wow, look at that. Yeah, 5 minutes. So this is only for the last. I guess that's still no. It's supposed to go to the 15th. Maybe 5 minutes. It doesn't keep it as long. You do 5 minutes. This hourly looks pretty cool. Yeah, definitely was doing some business here, wasn't it? Well, what do you know? DrZzs misled everyone on the internet again. Also on lockdown, disabled, so not much different. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you, Mike. I'm sorry you're disabled, buddy. Be safe. Have I seen Paul Hibbert's new video, The Ring Camera Against UFE? Hilarious. I have not seen it. Leland needs TP for his bungholio. Thank you for subscribing, Jabaro. Oh, I let him post it. Tyson, but that's cool. Thank you. Do I have a floor plan in Home Assistant? I do. Do you want to see it? I'm squirreling around terribly today. I don't have, I keep saying, oh yeah, let's talk about that. And then we don't talk about it. We just move on to something else. Hope you guys don't mind. So I do have some floor plan stuff here, but I haven't done much with it. And I want to kind of redo it. I guess let's see if it will let me. Yeah, this is not a card. Like when I did one the other day, and I think I put it. No, it was on Mrs. Z's one. It was down here. Yeah, this one, because this one, if I were to edit this one, then I can make changes and you'll see it here. But on my old one, these old floor plans that I did, you can't really see it. I could spend some time redoing this. What I noticed about this is nobody uses it. Nobody uses it and nobody keeps it. What did I use for this? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. For this, actually, Leland, I used Sweet Home 3D. So the Inkscape was when HA floor plan was the only thing. It was before we had Lovelace and before we had picture element cards. So that was what we had, and it was good. With that one, you actually had to, you made the clickable spaces in the SVG file, which is the Inkscape file. So you made the clickable areas in that, and then you had to link them to like an entity or or a command or something in Home Assistant. This is all Lovelace, and you just make the image, and it can be whatever you want, and then you just place those switches and such in the right place based on the coordinates, which you can see over here moving around, right? But this is the old way, and it's not giving me even the option to edit it. It's probably not giving me the option to edit it because it's a panel, maybe? Let's see. If I undo panel mode, what happens? Yeah, there you go. When I undo panel mode, but all it's giving me, no, this is because it's a vertical stack. Oh, this is working. Oh, cool. Oh, good. That works. Oh, wonderful. So now I could just go ahead and update this and change this a lot easier. That's wonderful. I did not know that. Well, thank you for making me look into that and discovering something that's awesome and easier. Whoa. You guys want to see this flow? This is the flow. Here we're squirreling around some more. This is the flow that Blade has made. And basically what this is doing is it's taking a Google Calendar that I have and that I can easily put the stream times on, and then it will go through all this stuff and eventually will update the bot. It'll update the bot in the Nightbot, and it will put out the time. So the time that you saw on the Nightbot, if you in Discord, if you did ! stream in the last day, well, I think we finished it, or he did this, finished it last night, to the point that it's at least, and we were testing it. So but what the Nightbot is looking at right now is from this. It was off by a day. So there's an error in the calendar counting somehow, because it said, it's 1 day and so many hours, and it wasn't. That's only half of it. Oh my gosh. Oh yes, here's the other half. Yeah. Here's the bottom half. It was 2 screens. I didn't see the other screen. Oh man. Am I using Z-Wave at all? I'm not. But some of these guys are. They could probably tell you about some stuff. Tried doing a floor plan too, but didn't get far either. Internet down for 6 hours, going crazy. Better back up just in time for the stream. Oh, good, Dale. Gosh, you might have to read a book. Ew. I'm sorry. Not making fun of you. That's what I would have to do. I would be in trouble with no internet for 6 hours. I can't imagine. Cannot imagine. For the life of me, I cannot get Node-RED to talk to my Home Assistant system. Even using the Home Assistant add-on, and it sees the entities, but it complains with errors. I gave up and went back to manually writing YAML files. Bummer, Leland. Well, we got some guys here that know a lot about the Node-RED stuff. So yeah, I was gonna say, there you go. Blade is a Node-RED guru, Ninja Master, and there's several other people here too that know quite a bit about Node-RED. Love the new vertical and horizontal stacks. So do I, Brian. That makes it so nice, because being able to organize exactly where stuff is in Lovelace hasn't been super easy. And now that those horizontal and vertical stacks are more UI-able, that's a word, it does make it nice. I like it too. Sure, happy with your Z-Wave setup. Multi-pressing switches all over the house. Nice, Jordan. Nice. Oh, Jesse's here. Fantastic. Jesse, we haven't done unicorns yet. That's for you. Do I know of any current clamp for solar panels? My inverter doesn't allow data pulling from it, even though it's connected to a web page. Well, Leon, you can do a few things. Depending on how much current your solar panels are producing, you can... there's a variety. There's the Shelly EM, and it comes with, or you order with it, the clamps. There is also the Bruno actually has one. We can look at that. He's going to send, maybe it's even in the mail. Bruno is our Portuguese amigo who makes the BH Onofre's. I guess Onofre's not the thing to search for. There it is. Is this his website? No, that's that. Here it is. Home. PT for Portugal, I'm guessing. So he's got an energy management board. that I'll be testing out pretty soon that looks pretty awesome. And it's this BHZem, PZem. But then there's also, what was the one that I've got it here? Travis did videos about it. And it's, I'm sure you could, there's ways you can just take a clamp and connect it to an Arduino or an 8266 or something, but Travis did some good videos about using this one specific system for doing it with these certain boards here. That's the board right there, but I don't think that's the video about it. It's in here somewhere. Hey, what's Travis been up to? I haven't chatted with Travis in a while. Keith Green, thank you for subscribing. Here you go. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Somewhere in here, look through. Oh, here's some power stuff. DIY power monitoring. So check out this video. This would be one of them, and here's plugs and home power monitoring. So let's grab you this link without playing the whole video here. And there. So check that out. That's a lot of good stuff. And I actually bought, after this, I think I have 2 of these boards. You can hook up 6 of the, the ring connectors, what do you call those? The clamps, right? The Hall effect current monitoring clamps. You can hook up 6 of them to one of those boards, and each board takes an ESP32, like a Node MCU ESP32 board, and I bought 2 of those, so I can do. And then I bought several. I bought some different kinds of clamps or different levels of clamps. Like if you want your clamps to be pretty close to the CT sensors. Thank you. You want them to be pretty close to the rating. So if you're saying, well, you want to. If you're going to try and monitor a circuit that's only going to use a couple of amps, don't buy a 100 amp clamp, or you won't have, or CT, and you won't have as good accuracy, right, guys? So if you think it's a 50 amp circuit, buy one that is going to be in that range or close to that range. Seems as Home Assistant moves to more UI control and config, those of us who have interface YAML configs have to spend more time undoing that every time we upgrade. Yeah, kind of, Welbo. Kind of. But sorry. They definitely, if you had it the old way, and maybe you did, the old way with the states page and groups and views, yeah, definitely. But it's been a long time. It's been a long time coming to get to this point. But I was really happy. I was really surprised when just now. I mean, you saw my surprise live, right? I was really surprised that I could take this old floor plan and see it like this. And, it's a vertical stack, and it recognized it as a vertical stack, and it showed me this UI like this. That's fantastic. And so one stack is just custom planned coordinates. And you don't even need the custom planned coordinates anymore, because this used to be the only way that you could see these coordinates. Now that it's live, you can take this and you can move it around, right? Like this is a garage motion. So we can take the garage motion. Well, garage blink temperature is no good, probably. I don't even know where that thing is. It's definitely not out there anymore. I need to redo this. Piano room temperature, let's move it. You can move it just a little bit like this. Just say, well, we're going to go put it over there. Now you can see it. Isn't that cool? And it just quickly does it. So you don't need this as much anymore as when you had it before. Can you change the width on a vertical stack? I don't know. I think unless you set it as a panel, I think it automatically adjusts based on your resolution and how big your window is, your browser window. But I don't know for sure, Dale. I can't say for sure. Oh, you like it. You guys preferred. YAML sucks. So good. Well, I'm enjoying it now too. I'm enjoying it. I think some of this stuff they've done is really fantastic. But I did notice, remember this, I had to put this back to, in the view here, I have to put this back to panel mode. And when you put it to panel mode, the ability to edit it goes away, but now it fills the page. Am I too close to the microphone? Discord is being a pain. No, really? Discord has had some outages lately too, I've noticed. I know we had a bunch of outages the other day. Oh, I had somebody pinged me there, but it didn't show me anything. Anywho, on my home screen in Home Assistant, I have created a bunch of cards and looks good, but every time the page refreshes or reload, the entities move around. Yeah, good point. Let's see, like when you shuffle stuff like this, that's what you mean. They kind of move around. It should be in an order, that you can adjust by these arrows up and down, but I don't know for sure how it always, I've seen it the same, kind of like, I think what you're talking about. If you've got it opened up like this and you move something up or down, it doesn't always end up where you think it's going to end up. Of course, now it's making me a liar and it's totally ending up exactly where I think it's going to go. But it doesn't always seem to do what you would expect it to do. I agree. This one now totally is. But sometimes you'll like push up on something and it'll go over here. Whoa, how did that happen? Where did that come from? So I don't know. I don't know the details of why it does some of those things the way it does. Tasmota is great for simple things and DSP Home for complex use. I like DSP Home for if you're going to use, like if I'm going to use a D1 Mini or Node MCU to build something from scratch, like sensors and even relay switches and whatever, then ESP Home is the way to go. And if I was going to put something on a device that's already built, like a Tuya switch or a Sonoff switch, then I go with Tasmota. Ghosts in the Machine, Gremlins. Hey, Carl from South Africa. Did I tell you the other day that I finished reading The Power of One? Well, listening to it. Piston broke. You might need something like this from my config. Oh, good. Timestamp. Ooh, I wonder what that does. What does that do, Mark? United Airlines ending most long-haul flights, basically becoming a domestic carrier. I did not update to 107 or 104, 704. Should I? Let's do it. Let's update. I'm not even scared to update anymore, even though it breaks sometimes. It's just backups are happening automatically. I can very quickly and easily go back. And usually if something does go wrong, I can figure out where it is and get it fixed. If you want more control over your layout, you can use the custom layout card by Thomas Lovin. I love it. There you go. Psh, not me. 2 hours later. Temp sensor in Tasmota because the ESP Home seemed more complex. And that's true. And that's true, Leon. That's a good point. Tasmota is really nice with its drop down stuff. Once you get the hang of ESP Home, it's pretty nice. I'm glad we have options. That's all. I'm not going to say one's better. What's on my shoulder? Snake. Does a snapshot back up everything, Andres? You can tell it what you want it to back up. You can either do a full snapshot, which then does back up everything, or you can do a partial snapshot and then just pick the things that you want it to back up. And I think I did a partial. I think my automatic backups are partial, but they're almost complete. It's almost full. And I can't remember what stuff I left out. I think I left out like some of the add-ons because I didn't think they were going to be, I have lots of add-ons installed that I don't even turn on. I just install them, play with them, turn them off. Is the stream skipping? Uh-oh. It could be. I mean, our internet is certainly under attack constantly. My two little girls, Holly and Grace, they were sitting next to each other today on different devices watching the same show. Well, they said they weren't watching the same show, but for us, it seemed like it was close enough to the same show. By default, it's a full snapshot. Mine 3. Let's see. Should we talk about something? You guys want to look at this Hyperion thing again? I actually got it. It's looking good right now, and it's been pretty fun. I haven't actually turned on any lights, but it has been pretty fun. So let me make sure I'm not going to reveal anything awful. Okay. So what I've got here, I'll turn on my camera for a second, and then I'll forget to turn it off so that you won't be able to see the screen behind it. What I've got here is a Raspberry Pi Zero with just Raspbian. That's it. And then before I connected it, turned it on, I just put the SSH file in, and I put a WP supplicant conf file in so that it could connect to the network. And then I plugged it in, so it's just plain Raspbian. And then the great part is I grabbed Hypercon, and this was the latest version I could find. Use the alpha version. Ooh, how do I get the alpha version? Just how do I get the alpha version? Secrets, yes. You already have all my secrets, Blade. You're in the inner circle now. You got all the stuff. 2 button cards on a horizontal stack, and they are overlapping. How can I fix that? Oh, good question. Amari's been working hard on Lovelace. He's got a lot of questions about Lovelace. I don't know. Did you send me a link? Oh, I'm sorry. The link above. Oh. Let's open that. So do I go to releases? Alpha. Ooh. Okay. Linux. Oh, this is Hyperion. Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you this. Am I saying your name wrong? I'm sorry if I am. It has a nice web interface. Ooh. Well, what I did, so what made it easy for me, and you can tell me if that would work with the alpha version, is I set up my Raspberry Pi. Oh, of course. Yes, it's blocking. I said I would, and I did. Okay. When I started up Hypercon, I went to SSH and I connected to my Raspberry Pi Zero, and it's IP address 16 up here. So I connected to the Pi Zero, and then I installed Hyperion this way. So I didn't directly install Hyperion on the Pi Zero. I could, I'm sure, but this was super easy. So for a new user, me, okay, representing the noobs out in the world, this was super easy to be able to just fire up Hypercon and then just connect through SSH to the Pi and then click a button that says install what you need to. And I would think that would be able to work. It's more like guys. Okay, I can say guys. Come on, guys. Signing off. See you, Carl. Have a nice time, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, I'll be around tomorrow. If you're around, great. What do you think, guys? What is this Hyperion? Missed that last time, I think. Oh, Amari. Oh, man. It is the open source Ambilight. It's open source Ambilight. So if you look at this screen here, it's actually showing you, it's giving you an idea of what it does. Imagine this is your TV. Okay, this is your TV or your computer monitor or whatever, and you put RGB LEDs on the back of it. Each of these squares represents an RGB LED, and you put these RGB LEDs on the back of it. You connect it to, in this case, you connect it to the Raspberry Pi Zero. That's what I'm going to do. So the Pi Zero is what is giving these LEDs their input or their information that tells them what color light to be. Then we've got some other hardware we're going to set up, which I don't have yet physically. It's still in the mail. That will take the signal that is feeding the image on the TV, the HDMI image, and it will feed that information to the Raspberry Pi. so that the Raspberry Pi can tell these LEDs to match out here the color that is on that part of the screen. So it's kind of extends the screen. So it's a sort of I don't know if it's mood lighting or something like that, but it's an ambient light that matches what's happening on the TV. So this part over here, this part out here is blue because this part of the TV screen is blue. And if this part of the TV screen changed colors, this out here would change colors. Pretty cool. So that's what it is, and that's what we're trying to do. Install it like this. Okay. Should I do that, guys? What if I do that and it's already got Hyperion this way? Am I going to cause a conflict by installing it twice? Or should I remove it here first? Because I can do that too. Reactive TV light. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Amari just added it to the list of the to-do projects. It does look fun. Who knows? What equipment sits in between the TV and the source? Well, Bo, it's so you need your HDMI signal from whatever it comes from. It could be anything. And so then you need an HDMI splitter. And then one of those legs just goes to the TV. The other leg goes to an HDMI to RCA converter. And then there's an RCA to USB converter. And then the USB connects to the Pi. And those are the steps. Hyperion itself has a nice web interface. No need for HyperCon. Oh, okay. Well, let's do it. Let's play with it, man. Why not? Why not? I got no reason not to. I believe I'm still SSH connected here to the Pi 0. So I think I can do somewhere up here. Where's the way to do the this bitvice? I don't remember all the stuff where everything is. There's a way to get a terminal here, and I can't remember what it is. I could just putty, but here I am. Binary, download, upload, remote. Somewhere in here, there's a terminal. Wonder where it went. Oh, it's over here. That's why. It's not there. It's here. There. Terminal. And I just need a new terminal because I think, this is my terminal. Here we go. It's already open. Rebooting now. Okay, good. What if I hit return? Is it rebooted still or what's happening? Rebooted. Maybe it's not connected anymore. Let's do that. Terminal. Oh. New terminal console. There you go. There we go. There we go. So now we're logged in. Now I don't want anybody to know my password here. Oh, it's already logged in. I don't even need my password. Okay, good. Sure is, Bit4K video suffers. That's a lot of splitting. It is. HyperCon is outdated. You are right. What am I doing, Carlos says. What is this nonsense? This is what you do when you're trapped in the house, Carlos. All right. Sounds a little janky. I don't like devices between source and TV. Well, Bo, all that splitting is just for the LEDs. There is one splitter for the HDMI. So what's happening on your screen is, I guess, split once. So maybe there'll be some effect. The splitter that I got a 4K splitter. Not that I watch anything 4K anyways, but I know a lot of people do. So we want that to be, a part that somebody can match and know that it's going to work. And then the other splitting, there's a couple reasons for it. One of them was because you don't have an input. The Pi doesn't have an HDMI input. The other thing is, I guess the HDMI signal is encoded or something and needs to be unencoded, transcoded. And that's what the RCA splitter does as well. So, which is better, 30 or 60 for that? I don't know, John, but I'm going to use 30 LEDs per meter because that's what I have. And most of the tutorials, like Great Scott did like 3 videos about this years ago. He hasn't done anything in a while about it, but he did 3 videos about it, and he uses 2801 LEDs. Well, and some of them uses 2801, and the others I don't remember what else he uses. He uses a different something. But anyways, Thanks for responding. I've earned your respect. Good. I have this on my PC with Prismatic and an Arduino. Yeah, you could do it with Arduino as well instead of Pi. Hyperion setup, but I moved the strip back to ESP Home because I had too many HDMI devices, and I also wanted to be able to control them via Home Assistant, which I couldn't do. Yeah. Is there a Hyperion? I thought there's a Hyperion add-on for Home Assistant. Did anybody look at that? Sitic has subscribed, so everybody cover your ears. Did that make sound? Didn't make any sound on my end. A tip for you young players: HDMI splitters cost a good chunk. Yeah, it will say 4K, but most likely at 30 Hz or 60 Hz only. Also depends on HDMI cables used in between as well. I'm not a video file, so if things dumb down a little bit, it's probably okay for me. But I just want to get this thing working, have some fun with it. So yeah, probably not something you want to do. The HDMI splitter I got, and I probably got a crappy one, so we'll see how well it works. It was about $15. We're trying to keep the whole cost of this under $100. And so far with the parts that I'm using, that I've ordered and that I have, we're less than $100. We're about 70, I think. Because the commercial alternatives are like 300. All right, Fred, it's time for unicorns again. Thank you guys for helping Chris with whatever problem he's having there. Appreciate that. Okay, let's do a couple things. Let's go to HyperCon, which it looks like I closed. I was going to... Things are shipping from China again. Oh, I ordered from Amazon. I ordered from Amazon, and they are really slow. I do think things are shipping from China, but especially slowly. Hey, Charlie, how's it going? What application am I using, and what will it do? Hyperion is the application that runs on the Raspberry Pi in my case, and it translates the video signal that it gets into RGB LED output to tell each LED what color to be. That's the gist of it. And then how you control that, I guess they're saying that the new Hyperion has a web interface, so we're going to check that out in a minute. And if you don't use that, then HyperCon, which they said is pretty dated, you can run on a different computer, like I had it running on my Windows machine here, and it was giving me the interface here on my computer, and then I could just upload the files through SSH to the Pi. I don't know if that answered the question or not. Just received 10 Wemos D1s mini from China, so I think they're still shipping good. I got a bunch of LED strips finally after, I think I ordered them in January. Zoe asked for LEDs in her room, like around Christmas time. And so I got on and I was like, well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to order a bunch. And so I ordered like 15 strings of WS2812 indoor strips. And I just finally got them like a week ago. So it took almost 3 months. I'm running Home Assistant on a Raspberry Pi or Windows. So that specs my computer. So I'm running it on a Nook and with Proxmox, not Windows. But I think most of the time, Aaron, a Raspberry Pi is going to be okay. I would definitely say if you're going to do Raspberry Pi, if you're handy enough with it, do what Andres did, Andres Spies, the guy with the Swiss accent, and make an SSD your hard drive instead of the SD card. Nook. NUC, it's an Intel, a little Intel Mini. How much am I selling it for? Who's selling something? Me? I don't know what I'm selling. Am I selling something? I'm going to start selling things if I can't get to work. Oh no, missed it again. Running to the computer. Why does it have to be an open source? Just gets the HDMI signal and translate to the LEDs. What can it do more for us to play with it? It's just cheaper, gent. It's just cheaper. That's all. Philips was I think the first company that put out a product that does this with the LEDs around and that reacts to the screen. And they did it, I believe it was a part of the TV. So you had to buy a TV that included that feature. And so it, they added some hundreds of dollars to the price of the TV. We were looking the other day at a company, or maybe there's more than one, that do sell a box. Basically, you put HDMI in, you connect LEDs to it, and it does the same thing. And what did we see? What was that, guys? $250 or $300 it cost. So we're just trying to do it cheaper. Here we go. Ooh, cool. Is this yours? This is Guy's. This is Guy's setup here. He just sent me a picture of, a video. So that's what his looks like. So you see how it matches? And when it spins, it matches that it's spinning. See that? So that's him running Hyperion live and in person. Yeah, he just made that little video for us to show. So how many things do I have running on my Nook? Not very many, Aaron. I've got Home Assistant. I've got 2 versions of Home Assistant. I've got a development version, which I use rarely, and I've got my main version. And I don't have any other virtual machines right now that are running. I've tinkered with it and had other Raspberry Pi machines. I've had an Android clone kind of a thing running on it. So I don't use very much. But that's why I did it. That's why I set it up as Proxmox so I could run other things, but I just don't. Is Hyperion better than Lightberry? I don't know. I think Lightberry, tell me if I'm wrong, Blue Iris is running on this computer. I haven't tried running Blue Iris on my Nook in Proxmox. I don't know. I don't think the Nook is strong enough. Definitely Blue Iris is a resource hungry animal. All that video processing is a hungry beast. So you need a pretty powerful processor, CPU, to do it. The one on my Nook is an i3, and I don't think it would do very well. Yeah, Blue Iris is a beast. Lightberry, I don't know. There are some differences. The Twitter notification came through 17 minutes ago. If you want to get a notification, make sure that you're in Discord and that you have the notifications turned on. If you want, you can just only turn on notifications that are like for everyone, because we don't send hardly any at everyone's. I don't think. I've done it rarely. Nobody else does it that I can remember. If they have, we told them, come on, don't do that, because you don't need to blast a notification out to everybody for little simple things like a question or something. But it does, when I start streaming, it's instant. It's instantly in Discord. It says I started streaming. Gary does, yep, and Twitch. There's a Twitch integration for Home Assistant, which is really good about getting notifications out. And then Blade is working on updating the stream thing, so you can kind of see when it's going to happen. But that doesn't do a notification, although we could have it do a notification. But you could also just subscribe to. I've started a new Google Calendar that I could probably. Well, I'll post it after because I don't know what kind of things I'll reveal. But if you subscribe to the Google Calendar, you'll get a notification when the calendar says it's time. And that will usually be pretty close to the time. I'll try and keep it pretty close. Like today, I was a little bit late because I had a bad headache and I took a nap. And then when I woke up, I had to get in the shower. So I was 20 minutes late. But can we pipe notifications? Yes, I believe you can, Ray. I do believe there is a Discord. In fact, we should probably work on setting that up. But we're going to go back to Hyperion in a minute. I do believe that there is a Discord Discord Home Assistant integration. I am pretty sure. Yep. So it does this, and then notify Discord. But this may go the other way. It looks like this is going from Home Assistant to Discord. I don't know if it could go from Discord to Home Assistant. It would have to be some kind of a sensor or something. Or Discord would have to be able to call a service. And I don't know for sure if it can do that. I haven't played with it. But if anyone wants to play with it and let us know, let us know. Could try your web page with port 890 of the Pi and see if Hyperion is already running. If you already used HyperCon. Curious which version it installed. Okay, yeah, let's do. Okay. It's 16. And then the port you say is 8090? Otherwise, yeah, it's going to come up. I wonder if it's an old version. Oh, we haven't, we're going to do the Hyperion stuff still, Quindor. Don't you worry. I just got to stop getting distracted. So it's not running. So then is it okay if I just go through my terminal and install it? Love the beard. Am I getting a little scruffy? And the vacuum video was hilarious. Good. I'm glad you're entertained. It was wrong information, a lot of it, but you know, what's new? All right, let's see. All right, I'm going to focus for a minute, right? Let's get the squirrels out. And let's go to Guy's post that he gave me, and he gave me the stuff I need to run. So let's try this. Copy all this, paste it in here, and see what happens. All right. So this is what this is running on. What you guys are seeing in the terminal here is just a Raspberry Pi Zero with a brand new install of Raspbian Lite. And I did update and upgrade last night, or 2 nights ago, because I was working last night. So it's a just brand new Raspbian on a Raspberry Pi Zero. The squirrel with the mask. Don't you love that guy? He's awesome. I got to find a way to get, you do see a secret? Oh, you stinker. Isn't the Zero ARM v6 and not 7? I don't know. Maybe. So should I change it? Should I change what I'm installing here? You've probably seen something that I see. It's a 0W. Does that matter? Do I need to do it? We should start a drinking game for every squirrel. Yeah. Every time Z's changes directions, everybody drinks. I'll do it with Dr. Pepper. You'll notice if it will run or not. Okay, Tony. Great. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here, Tony and Guy. Guys. Credentials. Okay, that worked. And then this. All right. Michael's got a fresh jar of moonshine. Shall I run that next time? You know, I'm only good enough with Linux command line to really get into trouble. Okay. Oh, let's check it out. Let's check out the browser. Now it says it's running. So let's see if it is. No. Try 91. No. Don't touch your face. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Nicholas. How you doing, man? Oh, my air conditioning just came on. I gotta turn that off. Air conditioning is not supposed to come on right now. Every time I restart Home Assistant, I need to go back in here because it is warm up here, but I don't want it to turn on. Survey says no dice. What is gprep's secret? Careful, Leland. I might just post those in. Okay, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Where do we go from here? Where do we go now? Random stuff that happens to me is hilarious. What happened this time? Oh, the air conditioning coming on. Okay, don't do it. Okay, yeah. So back in my younger days, I did, it looks for secrets. Oh, okay. Leland. I'm watching you. Only if the TV gets image from HDMI source. What if watching YouTube TV is the port for image out to send it to the So, yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying, Jen. Yes, you're right. There's two ways to set it up. One way is with an HDMI source, and then the other way is by running something on the Pi itself. If what you're doing, if you're running, YouTube TV or Netflix or something through the streaming hardware that's built into your TV, it will not work. It will not work unless it has an HDMI out or some output of the video signal. Otherwise, you're right, it will not work. What do you guys think? Let's see. So that's a bummer. That's disappointing that didn't work. It said it was installed. Should we try the ARM 6 version instead? If you're using a smart TV app, I would just use Fire Stick or Kodi Box or something. Yeah. Rather a box for smart and leave the TV dumb. That's what I've been doing. Maybe the wrong version. Okay. So by wrong version, you mean we should be using the version for the Pi Zero? Do you think it's different? The ARM 6. So do I need to run that line again and just do it differently? Oh, okay. Toshaka has something for us here. Install Hyperion. Okay, if I do what Toshaka's saying there, this is what confuses me about Linux a lot, is how do I know if nope, still not working. Do I need to remove things before I do that? Oh, Tony, Discord live chat. I'm Toshaka. Oh, good. Use a Pi 3B Plus. I could. I have a 3B Plus. I just thought this would be a good use of a Pi Zero since it's small and available. Okay, let's do the official. Let's do this way. So if I can do all this, let me ask you this. Oh, that looks like it got cut off. It got cut off in the YouTube chat. So I'm going to do it out of Discord here. You can message me directly, Tony, also. That would help, because if not, the lines that you posted in the live stream are going to get sucked up into the Netherverse. Okay, let's see what this does. I'm sorry, I know you guys are all sending me different things to try, and I appreciate it. And I'm sorry if I missed something. So failed to start. So it's probably that it's the wrong one, right? It's in Discord live chat. Okay. Is there a way, or do I need to remove this wrong version then? So let's assume that this is because it's an ARM 7 version and I'm running on an ARM 6. Do I need to redo it? Do I need to take it out? Rebooting is for amateurs. I'm an amateur. Does one add a profile? How does one add a profile picture to YouTube? Good question. It's in there. Go to your you will have a profile and it will give you a channel. I think a page. Is the firewall package remove Hyperion? Okay, let's do that. Let's remove Hyperion because I like to remove. Sorry about the beep. Huh. Sudo not found? Huh. How does sudo not get found? Something weird's happening. Look how weird that is. It's like slow. It doesn't say there's any spaces. I guess I couldn't delete them, so I'll just do it here. That's fine. DPKG. Is it necessary to remove things? Thank you. Question which isn't installed. Install sudo. Huh. If I don't, maybe I don't need to remove it. That's just me like thinking I need to be. All right. Thank you, Darren. We'll do that. But right now, let's do this. Try with after Hyperion. Okay. There we go. Oh. That not allowed. Okay, no. We could just do the install again and just change it to ARM6. Want to do that? It's not running anyways, I guess it doesn't matter. What do you think? Just change this to 6. I installed it like this. Oh, no such file. So the one I want is alpha 3. I guess let's look at this. Okay, Hyperion 2 alpha. Oh, 3. Let's do alpha 3. Linux ARM. Oh, there's no ARM v6. That's why. Oh, yeah, there is. Right there. ARM v6. RPyDev. That exists. Maybe it's because I had the 2 in there. Nope. Without sudo. Studio. Oh, I need to download it first. Dummy. Dummy. Let's go back up here. There you go. There we go. Sorry. I should have known. Alpha, we want alpha 3. Right? And then alpha 3. Pretty proud of myself for remembering these little changes we need to make. Alpha 3 and then ARM6. Okay. This is good. I'm learning. Yeah, hacker in no time. Okay, we'll do this. All right. This is good. I'm learning how to do this stuff. How did you guys learn all this? Did you guys, like, most of you go to school for this or something? Or is this just because you guys have always been tinkering with computers and I was stuck in medical school? Hey, Assad, what's Hyperion for? It's for making the lights behind your TV match the screen on your TV, match the colors on your screen. Just practice, research, yeah. Check out Mr. Robot. Who, me? You study running 7 servers? Yeah, that'll do it. Read and Google. We're running Linux since 98. Since I turned 12, wow. Qualified Red Hat engineer, nice, Snee. I used to watch your streams to learn this. Oh, Riff, you're in trouble, buddy. Learned my Linux skills by deleting all my Windows boxes. Okay. You learned to swim by jumping in the lake. I got it. Have I not watched Mr. Robot? Who's Mr. Robot? I don't know Mr. Robot. No, I don't. I probably should, it sounds like. A lot of Linux servers for several companies. Let's look at Mr. Robot for a second. Because I don't know who he is, and so I probably need to subscribe to him. You remember, I'm sure you all remember Windows 7. Oh, this guy. This is like this hacker movie. I didn't watch it. But that's the guy that played, he's the guy that played in Bohemian Rhapsody, right? It's a show on Netflix about hacking screenwriting. Oh, that looks fun. Maybe I'll watch that. I touched my face. Oh, dang it. Well, my venture into Linux, my only real deep venture into Linux was when Windows 7 was coming out, and Windows 7 was horrible, right? And so I didn't want to use Windows 7. And so I used it's pretty messed up sometimes. Okay. I started using Ubuntu. I tried a bunch of different Linux distributions just for fun. I was just having a lot of fun. And when I even had like Mrs. Z's using it. She was using Ubuntu on her PC. And then the reasons that I switched away from it was mostly because things would stop working. Like I would have to sit down and hack away like this. I call it hacking. It's not really hacking, right? But I would have to sit and hack away like this to get like the printer to work. And then there would be an update and some new feature, and I'd be like, ooh, I want that feature. And so I would update, and then I wouldn't be able to use the printer again. And Janice would call and say, I need the printer not working. And so, and then that was during my training. I got finished and had an actual job. And so then we just started buying Macs. Kaha. That's just operator error. No doubt, Joseph. It's not Linux's fault. I would like to do Linux a lot more. Install bash completion and then tab to finish all words. So now I can do this one, right? But I probably still want to do the sudo. Sudo. Oh. Do I work in the IT sector? Oh my gosh, no. Oh, no. That would be a shame if I did. If I was actually a tech guy for a living, I'd be broke. No, I'm an actual doctor. I actually went to medical school, and I actually provide anesthesia for surgery for people. I save their lives. Honestly do. Last night, saved a couple limbs and definitely one life. Super intrigued by what software and tools you're using for streaming and the green screen. This is all Streamlabs OBS. It's all Streamlabs OBS right now. I sleep all the time. I wish. Oh man, I could not sleep last night. I didn't get home. I got home from work around 12:30 and tried to go to sleep. Laid in bed until like 2. Got up, walked around the house. About 2:40, I went back to bed, and it was awful. I mean, when you're working nonstop and you're wide awake until midnight, like no time to sit on the couch, no time to just watch YouTube or Netflix or whatever. And then you come home and try and go to bed. At least for me, it's really hard. Thank you, Maury. Told your wife you're on the same schedule as her. Oh, yeah? She works the third shift. Oh, is that like 11 to 7? 11 p to 7 a? Ugh. Anyways, I'm going to do sudo. Oh, no. I'm just going to hit it. Let it go. Let it go. Don't hold it back anymore. The guy who does Mycroft voice actually works for Ubuntu. Really? His handle around different chats is Poppy. Really knowledgeable guy. Awesome. I know I've done 10 to 6, yeah. That's probably just as bad. Well, worse. I've tried Mycroft. I like Mycroft. I just disconnected the Pi that was running it. Haven't redone it. I think the problem I was having, I wasn't really having a problem. I just stopped using it. You watch his YouTube? Poppy? Does he have a YouTube channel? I would like to subscribe. I'm always looking for new. That guy? I don't think that's him. All right. Is it done? Okay. Alan Pope. Oh, okay. Oh, I probably have that command in there. Well, I like to type it sometimes. System control, status, Hyperion. Any of you guys play StarCraft? Still failed to start. What do you think? Ubuntu mate guy. Do a podcast called Ubuntu Podcast. Oh, too bloated. Muscle memory. It's amazing. You really do, like when you write things down. When you write things down, you do remember them better. There's some studies about that. And we might, you know what we'll do this time? More the Kali guy. Kali's, all I know about Kali is it's for hackers. Is that right? Like Kali Linux has all the tools installed for hacking. It's a user system D. What, I don't know what that means. Joseph, help me. Lowercase h. I did do lowercase h, did I not? Maybe I need to redo that. Oh, you guys are sending me things here. I'm sorry. I'm going to touch my nose. What do I do? He makes snaps for Linux, much like Frank makes. Oh, cool. Who does? Oh, Alan Pope. Cool. Reconnect to Turtle as Pi user. Got it. Back into BitVice here. Nice thing about this, this was Whiskers, which he might still be watching. He probably has it on while he's doing something else. Whiskers told me about this, and I like it. It's been really nice because it gives you all these things. I don't know if it's still started or not. Probably not. But we can try. Yep, there it goes. Because it's already got the password and stuff in it. I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so now, user flag is important. Okay, so tell me what to type. This one. Okay, what Joseph's got here. We're going to type that. System control status user hypercon. Got it. That looks like it put a space at the beginning, though, that I can't get rid of. Could not be found. Without the capital. Could not be found. Yeah, we know your password. Yeah, it is the default password. You got me. You got me. Guilty. No sudo. Lowercase h. Is that what I got? Sudo nuke. Dang. Secrets. I had a lot of fun with that robot video coming up with. All right, I want to try. Well, we're going to try Leland's, which was the same kind of thing. I had a lot of fun with that robot vacuum cleaner, picking out the pictures that I wanted to. Okay, we'll try it that way first. Picking out the pictures that I wanted to use. Failed to start. Service not found. Choosing the pictures I wanted to use. I had to go back through my memory and think, okay, what girls did I have crushes on? What girls, famous girls from my childhood were cool, or, and that was fun. Confirmed. Sudo is necessary. Okay. So, do I just add sudo to this? No. Without user. No. Now. Okay. No. Yeah, now sudo is not found. Oh, is that because there's a space again? Dev file didn't install. Hey, Abby. Do I have to type all that then? Why would I have to type all that? Remove. Oh, gosh. Funniest word that I know for like Linux-based scripts. Shebang bin bash. That made me laugh too. Good job. Okay, let's just try sudo system control start. I got different conflict. I don't know if they're conflicting. They're probably just different ways to do the same thing. Now, start Hyperion. I guess there's different ways to do things, right? Oh, it didn't give me an error. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Huh? We did it! Yes! Excellent! Excellent work, fellas! We did it! Web UI default password is set. Let's change the password. Change the password. What should we make for a password? Yeah, that'll work. Nobody will know that one. I better write it down. I need a pen. All right. We're in. We are in, fellas. Yes. Good work, everybody. Okay. Thing is, should have started when the Pi was rebooted. Oh. So now what happens if I touch my nose? I know, I'm sorry. It's shebang, isn't it? Yes, it's a shebang bin bash. That sounds like Dr. Seuss. Oh, thank you, Amari. That's good. We're here to laugh, my friend. I appreciate that. Just rewatch the stream if you forget. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. System enable Hyperion. So is that what will start it at the beginning? Okay. Okay. Now let's reboot. Should we reboot and see if it starts up? I like that, Scott. Thank you. Let's do a reboot and see if it starts again. This will be so nice if we get this and we can get this out to everybody. You know, make it easy. I'll make a video and we could have a whole new generation of Hyperion users. All right, this is now disconnected. This is now going to say there's nothing connected. We're going to go back to BitVice. And we're going to go... Oh, what happened? Oh, it's still restarting. It's still restarting. What's going on? Oh, it did. Look at that. I didn't even have to do anything. I didn't have to SSH back in. It just logged in. Yes, you guys are freaking awesome. Woo! Sudo wipe Corona SARS-CoV-2 COVID-19. I love it, Leo. I love it. Leonardo. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. And now what was my password? You guys remember? Yeah, that was it. We are in, boys. We did it. Yes. You guys are awesome. Good work. Okay, now. Bum, bum, bum. Skookum as frig. I don't know what that means. Is that Scottish? 0, it'll be slow, like to restart. It's not on time, so catching up, notice we were talking about power monitoring clamps. Did you see the Shelly 3EM option for power monitoring? Yes, and I don't know about the 3EM, but I did mention the Shelly power monitoring. I don't know about the 3EM. That might be different. It's look up AVE. What's that AVE? You need to check out AVE on YouTube. Okay. I love hanging out with you guys. AVE. Oh, what's he doing?
Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop on this fine, lazy Sunday afternoon. She's quiet. All is quiet here on the Western Front. We are going to embiggen some holes. The video for the knockouts just went live, and some bright sparks down below me in the doobly-doo. You know who he is.
Okay. I love the way he talks. I love it. Okay. I am on this for sure. I need some notifications from this fella. You betcha. Oh man, that's funny. I'll have to watch some more. Non-native English speaker mastering to understand AVE. I can tell you know English well. Oh, that's awesome. All right, I need to make friends with him. Oh, thank you for that. And then Alan Pope. Let's check out Alan Pope. I need to make sure I subscribe to Alan Pope as well. All right. That's fun. I'm going to have to come back and watch this. So in just this 10 seconds or whatever we watched, reminds me of This Old Tony. You guys watch This Old Tony? This guy seems to be even more dynamic than AVE, but it reminds me of This Old Tony. Rant? Yeah, you missed a ton, buddy. We've been going almost 2 hours already. Oh, about an hour and a half. Oh, here's the config for WLED. Oh, guys. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, my. So somebody's been asking, several people have been asking about this. So tell me what this does, guys. Does this mean the LEDs don't have to be connected to the Pi? The Pi can send out information to it can. That's what it's saying right there, the target IP. So I can send this to a WLED controller or any E131 controller. Holy cow. You don't need to do it, sure, but if you had, for example, I don't know how this would work, but if you had, so you've got this LEDs behind your TV that are hooked it to the Pi. What if you otherwise had LEDs that were around the room and you wanted them to respond? I was talking to a guy last night, one of our orderlies at work. I was talking to him. It was like 11 o'clock at night. We were talking about this because he's always asking me, what are you doing? What are you doing on the channel? You know, he's a techie nerd guy too. So we have fun chatting. And so I was telling him about Hyperion, and he's like, oh, I've got some Hue lights and, Hue just light bulbs. And he's got this Hue thing in his house, whatever Hue device. And it matches his Hue light bulbs with what's on the TV, or through his Hue bridge, he can do some things like turn on red when he's hit pause on the Netflix and stuff like that. So it is quick also. Oh, that's awesome. This old Tony does great editing things like You Suck at Cooking. Scott's having trouble with connected panel. Anybody ready to help out Scott with some connected panel stuff? The house lights up with TV. Neighbors will love you. I know. Wouldn't that be fun? I'll do it just for tricks, just for fun. We can try and help you, Scott. We're kind of in the middle of this, but we can try and help you. What issue you got? What's going on, buddy? This is my WLED config for Hyperion. Oh, yes. Let's check it out. Okay, so let's go back to, I'm going to bookmark this baby. This needs to be bookmarked and Home Assistant. Yep, Hyperion Web Configuration. Yes. All right, now let's go through what is available here because we need to poke around here and see what's up. Configuration, general. So with this, you don't need HyperCon anymore. You just use this. Very new to Home Assistant, very lost. Now, that's understandable, Scott. That's understandable. Can you make a topic in Discord about so we can share stuff? Yes, Blade, are you here? Would you do that for us, amigo mio? Would you make a quick new channel in Discord for Hyperion? We could discuss it in the we could discuss it in the other LEDs, the holiday LEDs ones, but let's just make a separate channel for Hyperion. Press disable Hyperion button and call it a day. You think so, Zaria? We could. Quit while we're ahead. That would be the smart thing to do, but we haven't been streaming for 2 hours yet. I want to see what else is in here. Ryan has subscribed, and we haven't done this one in a while. Banana. And is yours about the same as guys? Oh, UDP raw. And then the number of LEDs, the order, color order, refresh time, fine, target, and then you have a different port. Now with WLED, so that's the UDP port that you set in WLED. Beautiful, right? So if you do, I think that's my office. Yeah. So we go here. Oh, I guess I still need to go to config. It doesn't show you the config on that page. So I go here and I go to sync interfaces. It's this UDP port right here, correct? UDP is an extra layer that's not needed for WLED. Okay, cool. What are we doing today, Sven? We got Hyperion working. Huge thanks to Tony, who is also Tony. You're the one that's Toshaka, right? Tony and Guys. Tony and Guys are our sticker winners today. I'm writing that down, no doubt. I can't tell you when I'll be able to send out stickers, but Toshaka Tony. Make sure I have your address, fellas. Message me directly in Discord with your address. Toshaka and Guys. Stickers. Thank you, fellas, for getting us this far. Fantastic. We squirreled away the day, boys. Squirreled away the day. So, did you change this? Did you change this port in WLED, or is that an automatic port? Is the 19446 an automatic port? All right, Bogdan, thank you for subscribing. We're gonna do some unicorns. Sorry for the sniffles. All right, Blade. Sorry, I was on the phone. Did I ask you for something? Yeah. Would you make a channel for Hyperion in Discord for us? Can you? I can do it quick too, but if you were handy, I know you like helping, and I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you, Jesse. I don't have any Kleenex. That's one of those like main things that they tell you to do on have a Kleenex. If you need to wipe your face or touch your nose, do it with a Kleenex, then you put it away. What are we doing? Oh, Matheson, we got it. We got it working, buddy. Check it out. Let's see, where is it now? This is the Hyperion. This is Hyperion web interface. So Hyperion is now running on my, can you see it? If the cord is long enough. There it is. It's running on my Pi Zero W. And we're looking at the configuration. And these guys have sent me their setups for LED controller to use with WLED. Blade did it. Okay, good. You wash your hands 100 times too, so no worries. That's true. I do wash my hands a lot. But when I'm sitting here, I touch my face and then I touch everything and whatever. It's just my house, but it's a good habit. I do wash the skin off my hands most days. And wear gloves too. It's like we'll wear gloves, take the gloves off, and wash our hands after. All right. Now, let's go in here and see. Hardware instance management. Use multiple LED hardware setups at the same time. Each instance runs independently, which allows you to set different LED layouts and calibration settings. Running instances can be selected from the icon on the top of the menu bar. New instance name. So do you have one that would be, so one would be like coming off of the Pi pin, and another one would be the WLED UDP connection, correct? Both, Matheson, and that's what we're talking about. You can do either one, and both at the same time, it seems. Hands, sweat, and nitrile gloves, I find. So no surprise you wash your hands, yeah. And we don't, it's funny, we don't usually wear a pair of gloves for more than a minute or two. Hey, Doc, so late. Hey, I'll say this. We got Hyperion running, man. I've got some LEDs here. Can we test it? Guys was never able to run 2. Oh, okay. So maybe you have to do one or the other. Either you wanted to use the hue lights. Well, Tony, have you done it? The first is the standard. Now tell me this. On the Pi, I believe if you have WS2812 LEDs, is the data pin 19? GPIO 19? Do I need a source? I probably would need a source, but I think I could test it without a source. Just at least let the lights light up. If they would light up, then I would work on, I could work on the source parts of it separately. Can't wait to rewatch this. Waiting to set this up. Watch it in fast speed because we wasted a lot of time and we did it. We had to troubleshoot a bit, but yeah, the answers are in there. You can test it without a source. Okay, good. Well, let me hook up some LEDs. Let's see what I got here. I don't want to fry my Pi, but I can run a separate 5-volt power here. Take me a minute to get all this set up. Oh, maybe I could just run like one LED. What if I did that? How about if I just ran one LED just to get it, just to know that it's working? Could I do that? Oh, if you can control wireless, then wait. Can't be installed straight on the Pi running Home Assistant? Maybe. So now what you're saying is, should Frank make an add-on? Should Frank make a Hyperion add-on? Frank! I wonder if his ears are tickling right now because we're talking about him. So I think that's what you're saying. Should we ask Frank to look into making a Hyperion add-on for Home Assistant? Try the WLED device to test it. I like that plan because that way I don't have to tinker around with any lights and stuff, and I can work on tinkering around with lights on another time. So let's do this, and let's we'll call this one WLED Office. Okay. And I need to set up the hardware, right? LED hardware. Okay, and I want UDP raw. Okay, target IP. This is all looking good. 217. And then the port, and we decided, I don't remember what we decided. Is it this port or is it, oh, there is already one? Oh. Would an add-on do much? Probably not, but. Well, it doesn't have, that's the other thing, Riff, is it doesn't have to be next to the TV. If you can do it through WLED, you could connect it to an ESP board and it would, there would probably be a delay. It would probably maybe stutter and have some troubles because you're talking a lot of issues or a lot of, there's distance and there's processing limitations to the ESP and stuff. But if it could just broadcast it out on the network and tell different WLED devices, oh, but the source. Yeah, that's true. Okay, sorry, I forgot about the source. Okay, saved those settings. Your changes are now active, okay? Okay, interestingly, my office lights were on because they're scheduled to come on a schedule that says when different things are happening, but they were on down there at the bottom. Now they're off. When I did that, they're off. So now how do I check it? Gosh, there's a lot of settings here. This can take a while. IP to HDMI. And it would be a delay. So it might not be the best way to do it. All right, Toshaka, fantastic. Of course, you're from the Netherlands. Everybody that's awesome is from the Netherlands. I wish I was from the Netherlands. There is a Hyperion integration, guys, says. Let's look at that for a second. What does it do? Allows you to integrate Hyperion Home Assistant, Hyperion, and open source sample implementation. I'll have to look through this. Do either of you guys use this? I need to change the LED layout. Okay. Let's go to LED layout. Oh, these are your images you fellas sent me. Okay. So I go to hardware and then layout. And then I guess I can just change this, right? Does this say, but how come it doesn't ask me how many LEDs? That's in here. Total number of LEDs. LED number. Show checklist. Man, this is really good. Or you can control the effects from Home Assistant. Oh, that's awesome. Will you ever again add topics overview in the description? Yes, Nicola. Yeah, for sure. The thing is, I don't usually do that. It's usually somebody volunteers to do that. And I appreciate it very much because it just takes a lot of time and I barely have enough time to do what I do. I would love to. I think the more I stream, the less often that's going to be the case. So I'm sorry. I know that that's tough. I do definitely appreciate that. That's a pain. You know, we probably have 15, maybe 30 minutes of good learning content in a stream like this. Maybe there's more, but it's definitely all mixed in there. And I know it's hard. I know not everybody has a ton of time. I'm out. I need coffee. See you next stream. See you, Leland. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I do appreciate that, Nicola. And I'm sorry. And I know. I wish I could do something about it. If someone will make it work straight on Pi with Home Assistant, I should receive one sticker, right? Yes. You can receive a sticker, Bogdan. Have I never sent you stickers? Set it on expert. Oh. Then you can set the amount of LEDs. Advanced settings. No. I'm missing expert. Is that up here? Yep. Hey, I figured that out all by myself. Now it's got to reboot. Excuse me, I'm going to snort. Ooh, got a little bit of a runny nose. But the good news is, a runny nose is not a symptom of the coronavirus. So if you have a runny nose, it's not coronavirus. Did you get things worked out, Scott? Any groups I can add to? Germs. This is a very important question. Is there a dark mode for this? USB capture is off. Oh, there it is. Okay. No, I'm new and dumb on Home Assistant. Oh, no. If it ain't got dark mode, no way I'm going to use it. You can always try this. You guys have this if you haven't. You've seen me use this, I'm sure. This is dark reader. So it makes everything have a dark mode. All right. Hardware LED count. There are, I don't remember how many there are. Oh no. 91. For some reason I think that's wrong. But we'll go with it. 91. Sure. Okay, save. Man, I'm loving this Hyperion. Web interface. You guys are, not that I ever doubted you, but man, you were so right. I am so happy that this is working. This is way better than that Hypercon. Oh, I got to relog in again. Quick password, everyone. The LED layout should match the 91. The problem is the 91 right now it's just in an L shape on the floor, but that's okay. So now this should say all the way up to 91, probably, right? Oh no. Why does it say 20? How come this only says 26? Am I on the wrong one? That doesn't really matter. Bottom left, right needs to be total 91. Bottom left, right. I don't know how to get to bottom left, right. Help me. Help me. Oh, these. Oh, I understand. This totals. Okay. Okay. So, if that's, let's just do something like this. We'll say there's 20 on the top, 20 on the bottom. What does that leave for the sides? So that would be minus 40. So I'd have 51 left. So we're going to say 25 on one side and 26 on the other side. I would say don't use odd numbers like that, probably, right? Don't make us scream at your monitor. I'm slow. You guys know I'm slow. Okay, so now I need to save the layout again or not? Probably. Matrix layout. There's a matrix? You can do a matrix? That's awesome. Generate current LED configuration. Oh, cool. So it gives you this JSON if you want, huh? Awesome. I don't need that. We'll go with classic. And now, so we've got this, and the checklist says everything's good. So now let's go to effects. Is it going to let us? I want to demonstrate here. Let's see how do we get it to do it? Is there an apply button or something? Active. Effects configurator. Oh, so this you can make your own effects? Boot effect, background effect, effect palette. How do you activate it? All right, Annabelle. Annabelle's here. Thank you for subscribing, Annabelle. Annie Bale. What button am I missing, guys? Show LEDs. Live video. It's showing, what's it showing? LED numbers. So this is like a preview. It's probably not showing anything because there isn't any. You can make your own stadium scoreboard with a matrix mode. About 10,000 LEDs. Hate to see that power bill. What? I'm missing something here. I'm missing something. I'm missing the thing that just says export configuration. Import a configuration by selecting. Okay. Don't want to do that. That's if you had several of these or you wanted to save your configuration, which isn't a bad idea. Right? Just make a backup. Start. Nothing's happening. Remote control. Thank you, Jeff the Ref. We're going to do this. Cover your ears. I saw that you saw my video about the vacuum. Hey, Jeff, that wasn't my best work, but thank you. I had fun making it, but it's inaccurate in a few ways, mostly about the wire shark thing. I did it really wrong, apparently. I learned earlier today. And we'll do that on the stream at some point in the next week. I doubt seriously that I will work much at all next week. I might work Monday or Tuesday, but I won't be working after that for a week. So I'll be doing a lot of streaming and a lot of working on the bug and trying not to spend money. All right, let's see. Tony says, and then colors and effects, choose an effect. Okay, color, effect. Oh, okay. Knight Rider. Nothing happened. Whoa. Oh, there it goes. It's working. It's working. It's working. Now, of course, it's going to be totally messed up, but hey, it's working. It's working. Okay, so we did it. We got the... So what is happening right now for anybody who's only sort of been paying attention? I can't blame you for that. What's happening right now is we got Hyperion running on this Raspberry Pi Zero, which you can't see, but it's right there. Raspberry Pi Zero. So we got this running. Oh, show you. Yeah, I can show you. It's a little messy under my desk here. I'll just kick some things out of the way, and then I'll turn on this webcam. And I rearranged my webcam a bit, and it's now... There we go. That'll work. All right. You can see a little bit. Let's turn that on. What? There they are. All right. You can see some. Now, let's... the one that I did... Oh, I'm touching my face. Don't touch my face. So it looks a little slow. A little sluggish. But maybe that's okay. Christmas? And it's working. So this is... Sorry, I was halfway through the explanation of what we've got here. We've got Hyperion, which is the Ambilight software. So it's an open source Ambilight software. So the idea is you put LEDs behind your TV, and then you connect this, in this case, in this case, it's just a WLED. It's a WLED board under my desk. That's what you're seeing down there. And Ambilight is wirelessly telling the WLED controller what to do. Now, if we had this, if I had all the hardware, what would really be happening here is we'd put these LEDs on the back of a TV, and then there would be a video input going into the Pi Zero. And the Pi Zero would then be matching the WLED light output to what it is sensing from the video input, which will match what's on the screen. Let's pick this. Somebody said Knight Rider. Yep, here it comes. It is stuttering quite a bit. When I get to work on TV, yes, man. Yeah, I do plan on making a video of this. This is awesome. And then, is the Pi getting green screened? Yeah, probably. Try Rainbow Swirl Fast. Okay. Dawson always comes to let me know when it's time to end the stream, huh, Dawson? No? It's definitely stuttering a little bit. It's definitely stuttering. Yeah, maybe network lag. Could be, it's where a Pi is doing all this processing and it's sending it to these LEDs, and it's a ESP8266 chip there, so it's not probably the best thing. And then somebody said, press this TV up here. Oh yeah, so this is what... So this, to me, you know what? Because this is lagging like that. Oops, let's turn this off for a second. Because this, see how that's kind of stuttering? It's not really smoothly flowing. It's probably because it's a Pi Zero. Do you guys think? Do you think the Pi Zero it would be struggling more than like a Pi 3? If I put it on a Pi 3, would it work better? Because what we can do is tomorrow, we can stream tomorrow, and we can do this on a Pi 3. 6 a.m., can't stay, need to sleep. Oh, Jen, I'm so sorry you're awake at 6:20 a.m., my friend, but thank you for being here. You take a nap, and we'll see you tomorrow. 3B plus, we'll smash it. Okay, well then let's do it with a 3. I will, tonight, offline, I will set up a a pie, and I will put just Raspbian on it. And then first thing tomorrow, we'll do this. We'll do this. And I could probably even rig up some lights to do that. So, but let's sign off. Okay. This was a success. And guys and Tony, thank you. And there was many others for helping. You guys helped a lot with getting the Pi set up and all that Linux stuff. So thank you. This was a good day. This was a fun stream. It's been awesome. Dawson is here, and he's been my designated sign-offer. Haven't you, D? Sure, he says very humbly. Okay, let's have Dawson do a sign-off. How do you want to sign off, Mr. D? Come on over. Here, I'll come over here. You come over here. Sign off like a bored teenager at home with nothing to do.
That's right. I'm not a teenager, though.
He's not quite. He's like 11 months from being a teenager. Close enough. Sign off like so our high school is called Lone Peak, and I don't know if you noticed this, but his hair, he likes do the swish. Yeah, I call that the Lone Peak swish when they do their hair like that.
That's what he does.
So that's why, and I don't have no hair because I don't want to do the Lone Peak swish. All right, Dawson, sign off like a bored teenager at home in confinement because of a stupid virus that everybody hates.
As always, thanks for watching. Until next time.
Perfect. He's like that all day now. All right, fellas. Hey, thanks again, everybody. And guys, send me your address if you haven't. And I got Tony's address, and you guys are on the stickers list. Thanks a bunch. I'm super happy about this. We'll pick it up tomorrow with a 3B, with a Pi 3B Plus. Okay, adios.